As the saying goes, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And when a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. QualiTea Online takes a look at 7 celebrities that have gone to great lengths to get revenge. You know, that ready to do jail time type of revenge. Just to get back at their other half for cheating and treating them disrespectfully. If you're new here, don't forget to like this video, tell a friend and subscribe. In at number 7 is Lisa Left Eye Lopes. Lisa was 1/3 of the group TLC, and when they released their second studio album, Crazy Sexy Cool, in November 1994, most people were well aware that Lisa was the crazy one of the group. And it was this craziness that filtered through into her love life. Cheat on Lisa and she might just burn your $2 million mansion down to the ground. Just ask Andre Rison. He's the former Atlanta Falcon wide receiver. He started dating Lisa in 1993, and from the onset, their relationship was littered with allegations of domestic violence and infidelity.
And he cheated on me. He's the first guy I ever stayed with who did. I'll never forget it. One time when I got home, I went upstairs and the bed is all made and his car is in the driveway. I'm like, what's going on? Where is he at? I went upstairs and he was in the room, in the guest room, butt naked. And I just searched the room. I opened the closet door. There's a girl standing in a pink jacket with stockings on. And I was in total shock. I just couldn't believe it.
On the 9th of June 1993, Lisa decided to flip the script on Andre and give him a taste of his own medicine by doing exactly what he would be doing by going out partying and returning in the early hours of the morning. But her plan failed when Andre returned from partying later than she did. This led to an argument and an altercation, causing Andre to leave the house again. But this time he would return to the remains of his mansion, burned down right to the ground. An angry Lisa had moved to smash in the windows of 2 of his luxury cars and set fire to his beloved tennis shoes in his bathtub. This started a fire that would eventually rage completely out of control.
I was just like a mad woman, like just throwing him in there, just like, you're gonna burn, you're gonna burn. Went under the cabinet, grabbed my lighter fluid that I used to barbecue with, and barbecued me some tennis shoes.
Lisa turned herself into the authorities the next day and claimed that the burning of the house was an accident. She was charged with a felony arson and released on $75,000 bail. She entered rehab for alcohol abuse and received 5 years probation and a $10,000 fine. Surprisingly, Andre forgave Lisa and he was there by her side throughout her trial. They even planned to get married, but they broke up for good in 2001, a year before Lisa's death in a car crash in Honduras. Years later, Andre would go on to marry a woman who coincidentally was called Lisa Lopes. Let's hope his relationship with her was less fiery than the one he had with Left Eye. No pun intended. In at number 6 is Iggy Azalea. Australian rapper Iggy Azalea, famous for her song Fancy, started dating LA Lakers Nick Young in 2013. And things were going great with their blossoming romance, so much so that Nick proposed.
Hey, I love you, man. Let me get on one knee. Locked out. You gonna rock with me? Dude. Would you marry me? Would you marry me?
Hey. You gotta kiss her.
Yeah.
How sweet, right? Well, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, and it nearly did with the help of Nick's teammate D'Angelo Russell, who secretly filmed Nick confirming that he's a cheater. Although Iggy forgave him and remained the dutiful girlfriend, nothing could prevent him from being unfaithful again. This time, D'Angelo Russell had nothing to do with this revelation. Iggy took to Twitter to announce their breakup, but followed her tweets with less amicable ones as she learned that Nick had gotten his baby mother Kiona Green pregnant during their relationship. She said, I've never even been told by Nick that his baby mama is pregnant. So if this is true, I'm finding out via E-News. I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and caught them on security footage. This is just like a second shot to the chest, and I feel like I don't even know who the hell I've been loving all this time. People in this world are really effed up. So, how do you get revenge on a cheating NBA player who gave himself the name Swaggy P due to his love of fashion? Well, you burn his clothes, of course.
I burnt it all.
Nick really loved fashion, and when asked how Swaggy P became his moniker, he said it was as a result of his friends who always would shower him with compliments about his indelible swag. He said, "I think if you look good, you play good. So you know, the swaggy starts with how I come into the arena. How I dress, the shoes I wear, the P is a mystery." 3 guesses for what the P stands for.
So I was like, I'm gonna find something you care about, and I'm gonna start destroying that, which was his clothes.
Right.
Yes. And we had a fire pit outside, a nice fire pit that you can put on with the gas.
And
so
you
it's
just threw it all on there.
No, I didn't. I'm fair.
Oh.
I texted him a video, and I was like, hey, I'm burning your thing.
Right.
And so I don't know where you're at, probably with some girl. So I hope you get home quickly because I'm moving on. We're progressing on the spectrum of cheap to expensive.
Well, I can safely say that Nick was less swaggy after Iggy had dealt with him. The couple separated in 2016, and after a few failed relationships, it seemed that Iggy had settled with Atlanta-based rapper Playboi Carti, and it's even reported that Iggy has secretly given birth to a baby boy by him. Nick has stayed with his baby mama Kiona Green, and he even proposed to her in December of 2019. They now have 3 children together. So despite the burnt clothes, it looks like there's a happy ending for all parties. In at number 5 is Elin Nordegren. Elin Nordegren was introduced to Tiger Woods by Swedish golfer Jesper Parnevik and his wife when Nordegren worked for them as a nanny. This was to be a hookup that Jesper and his wife would come to regret years later. Nordegren and Woods married in 2004 and went on to have 2 kids. They were, as some would say, living the American dream. Tiger was winning major tournaments and breaking records on the go fields, a sport historically dominated by white folk. His wholesome image was netting him sponsorship deals in the millions. But the Tiger that most people thought they knew was entirely different to the Tiger behind closed doors. And Elin found this out along with the rest of us in 2009 when the National Enquirer released an edition with the front page story that read, "Tiger Woods cheating scandal." 2 days later, on the 27th of November 2009, at 2:30 in the morning, neighbours called an ambulance for a barefooted Tiger Woods who was found laying bloodied in the middle of the road. His Cadillac Escalade crashed into a fire hydrant and Elin standing over him with a golf club. Elin told the police that she had to smash the windows of the car in order to pull him out and save him. However, it was reported that Tiger told a friend that Elin had gone ghetto. After the scandal, it was revealed that the wholesome family man Tiger had been with more than 120 women and was a sex addict. Trying to salvage his career and marriage, he went on a public apology tour.
For all that I have done, I am so sorry.
However, Elin divorced Tiger Woods soon afterwards, and it's reported that she received $110 million in a divorce settlement. Tiger lost his wife, respect, sponsorship deals, and he was never able to regain his golfing success from the early days. In at number 4 is Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish has always been known as that fun-loving kind of girl. The one to make you roll on the floor with laughter, similar to her character in Girls Trip. But there's one thing that you should know, and that is she is not the girl that you can cheat on, or the one that will welcome you back with open arms. And these creative types are the very worst. In her autobiography called The Last Black Unicorn, Tiffany recalled a time she sought revenge on an ex-boyfriend who had cheated on her.
Did you poo in your ex's shoe?
Yes, I did poop in my ex's shoe.
What?
And some Jordans.
Oh.
Yeah, I
I'm sure he was pissed.
Yeah, he was more than pissed.
He was mad, huh?
Yeah, I was more mad. He cheated on me on videotape, on my birthday.
Okay.
I was very upset. I was emotional, and I felt like he had pooed on my soul.
So you
So then I decided to poop in the sole of his shoes. He had just got these brand new Jordans, and he left them at my house, and so I put them right over my booty hole and put the shoe back in the box, and he put his foot in the shoe, and he pulled his foot out, and I made sure I ate corn too, so that he knew it was human. And he pulled his foot out and he was like, "Oh my God, somebody in my shoe." And I was like, yeah. For all you put me through, now you walking in it, mother. And I ran out the house, right? And I knew he wasn't gonna chase me because he not finna track doo-doo all through his mama house.
Wow.
She said her main aim was to do the worst without going to jail. And I would say that she 100% achieved this. Savage. Let's hope that the next man who is brave enough to date Tiffany is always on his best behaviour. In at number 3 is Tina Campbell. They say to find a good man, you have to find a God-fearing man. Oh, and one that loves their mamas. And the best place to find these men are the church. Or so you would think. So when the gospel duo of Mary let us enter their lives in their WeTV reality show, I think most of us were shocked that their lives were a lot different than we thought. This God-fearing duo had all the relationship woes that the average Joe go through, and more. When Tina Campbell found out that her husband had been cheating on her, she turned to God to pick herself up and help her forgive him. But beforehand, she did some ungodly things.
You having an affair with her? And he said, no. I said, call her. While we doing this, I was like, call her. And so he did. And he was like, Tina wants to know, and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, are you sleeping with my husband? And she hung up the phone, so I had my answer. So it broke my heart. It devastated me, and I spazzed out. I destroyed 3 cars. I cut up and crashed up and tried to stab and plotted murders and all kind of crazy stuff because I was angry. And I started doing all of that, and I said, I'm practicing dying every day. Either I'm gonna die wrong or live right. And so we've been working on living right.
I hate to see a family destroyed, so it's nice to see that Tina and Teddy worked it through and are still together. In at number 2 is Nina Thomas. Being a wife is never easy, but some may say that being an athlete's wife has additional challenges when it comes to the athlete being faithful. Nina Thomas and Earl Thomas, who is from the Baltimore Ravens, are a case in point. Nina once said to Wags Redefined that dating an athlete is a job in itself. My husband and I live an amazing life, but it comes with its own share of struggles. Nina wasn't lying on that one. One night in April 2020, Earl left the house after getting into an argument with Nina about his drinking. So, Nina logged into his Snapchat account to find and locate him, only to find videos of him with other women. Nina tracked Earl down to a short-term rental home in Austin and found him in a compromising position with 2 women and his own brother. Strapping herself with a 9mm Beretta, she pointed the gun less than a foot from Earl's head, and it's reported that she said, I got something for all y'all. After bitch slapping Earl with her hand, he was able to wrestle the gun from her hand, but when the police arrived, they found Nina chasing a shirtless Earl around the car with a knife instead, while Earl was holding the gun. Nina was arrested and charged with first-degree felony, burglary of a residence with intent to commit aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Released on bail, Nina denied the charges, with her lawyer stating that they will go above and beyond to clear her good name. Meanwhile, Earl had this to say.
And stuff like this happens, bro. You know, we try to live the best lives we possibly can, but sometimes it don't go as planned. Just pray for us, you know, as we go through this stuff.
Okay, Earl. Yeah, these things do happen, especially when you break your marriage vows and free willy. Next time you might not be so lucky. And finally, in at number 1 is Yaya Mayweather. When you're dating the daughter of the most successful boxer of all time, you would think that you would be on your best behaviour, right? But not for NBA Youngboy. Dating 19-year-old Iyana, aka Yaya Mayweather, daughter of Floyd Mayweather, didn't faze him at all, and it would be fair to say that Iyana and young boy's relationship has been nothing short of rocky. So this boy must be something special, right? Let's see. At 20 years old, NBA YoungBoy, who is a popular Louisiana rapper, has 4 kids and allegedly another one on the way. A baby that most likely was conceived whilst dating Yaya. He was once caught on CCTV body slamming an ex-girlfriend, and that girlfriend stated that the footage was not of him being physically abusive, they were just playing. NBA YoungBoy has a long list of criminal charges ranging from aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, violating probation and domestic violence charges. He has also openly stated he has an STD, which hasn't stopped a long line of girls vying for his attention and wanting to be his side chick, and probably his next baby mama. I don't think it will be too hard to assume that NBA YoungBoy has been less than faithful to Yaya. At one point, when their relationship was on the rocks, he wrote a diss track about her called Dirty Iyana, and in the track, NBA YoungBoy alluded to a time where Yaya, probably tired of his cheating ways, in an act of revenge, slashed his tyres. However, Iyana and her mama seem to actually like the track. Confused? Yeah, me too. And it's confusion which probably led to the incident where Yaya was arrested for stabbing NBA YoungBoy's baby mama, LaPatra Jacobs. Yaya should have cut her losses and run for the hills after slashing YoungBoy's tyres. But this time, instead of taking out her frustration on him, she lashed out at the pregnant side chick by stabbing her in the arm when she found her at YoungBoy's residence in Houston. Thankfully, Jacobs is okay, but Yaya was arrested and released on $30,000 bail. She's been charged with felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and faces 5 to 99 years in jail. This is what happens when you have a whole lot of money, but not a whole lot of sense. I hope you enjoyed this look into 7 women who have been pushed to the brink by their partners and sought revenge. Just remember, folks, the best revenge is not burning down houses, clothes, slashing tyres, smashing windows, or anything that can get you a jail sentence. The best revenge is moving on with your life and being happy. Just ask Ciara. What's the best way you've gotten back at a cheating ex? Leave a comment down below and don't forget to like, tell a friend and subscribe. Ciao for now, peeps.